Hey there, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, V2. I'm not going to say that in every video. You guys know who I am. So let's get back to Serious Movie Month. This time I'm reviewing a 1988 horror drama, a Canadian production that I got to see on YouTube for free. So it was good that I did. The Carpenter, 1988. And I really enjoyed it. I thought this film was okay. The Carpenter from 1988, starring Wings Hauser, an American actor who plays the main villain, Carpenter. Yeah, it's a horror movie. I wanted to see horror movies are usually serious unless it's a horror comedy. It's directed by David Wellington and written by Doug Taylor. It was pretty short. It was 89 minutes long, and the budget was $350,000, not 350 million thousand. Movies don't even cost that anymore. Now they're all between like 100 million to 300 million, and I don't see the appeal. I don't know where the money went. Here it's a low budget, but the money is well used. This is the synopsis to keep it short. After being released from the institution in Quebec, Montreal, Canada, where she was placed in, and after suffering a mental breakdown, housewife Alice Jarrett relocates to the country of Canada with her husband Martin, a professor. The house that the couple moves into was never finished, so Martin hires a cheap construction crew to complete it. One night, Alice is awakened by hammering in the basement caused by a carpenter she has not seen with the rest of the crew. Unlike the other workers, this one has a pleasant demeanor and good work ethic, and while Martin is away one night, he stops another carpenter from trying to rape Alice by cutting his arms off. Yeah, that scene is pretty gruesome. I mean, the guy doesn't scream or anything, but he literally just cuts his arms off, and he acts like nothing had happened. And that's the thing, the film is very violent for a late 80s movie. It doesn't hold back on the violence at the end of the third act. I don't want to spoil too much, but the villain gets what he deserves. I'll say that. The lead actress is fine. Beautiful actress in this. They show her a lot of her skin. Like I said, the pacing, it's a little bit slow, though. The beginning of the movie is slow. It doesn't get big until Wings Hauser shows up. And there's practical effects. There's no CGI blood here, so you're not going to see anything from Five Nights at Freddy's or Exorcist Believer. No, this has real in-your-face effects that are well done for a low budget. And the Canadian, accent doesn't bother me. Oh, get out of my house! It doesn't bother me. It's there. It's not like the British accent, which drives me nuts. This is what the reception it got. DVD Talk gave the film 3 out of 5 stars. Opening its reviews with, even by the admittedly low standards of the slasher film, The Carpenter is goofy. Not really goofy, it's more darker than you think. It's not a comedy, trust me. Not just in premise, mind you, but in execution as well. Goofy, however, can also be fun, which is the absolute case with this low-budget horror film. DVD Verdict also enjoyed the film, writing that it was filled with quirky characters. Yeah, the characters had some personality in it. And this, at least for me, is why The Carpenter works. As a horror film, it's pretty silly, as it in the want of horror films, but it proceeds with a logic dictated by its characters that make it far from more interesting and entertaining than the usual slasher pick. Yeah, if these actors were not interesting, I would have been bored to death by this, because I'm like, I've seen horror movies where I didn't care about anybody at all. Not even the lead villain, the lead female, no. And it's not feminist or anything. It's just it has a lead female character at the end that survives. And like I said, Wings Hauser's a creepy guy, but he does his acting. He acts pretty normal when he's just working on the house. And when somebody does get attacked, it feels real. It doesn't feel like a cartoon. It's not. This is not slapstick, guys. Trust me. It says horror. It's not a comedy. If they say goofy, they mean that it's low budget, so they have goofy special effects. But don't mistake that for a comedy, because this is not a comedy. And I would recommend it to you guys at least once. Watch it on YouTube. You can find it, The Carpenter 1988. You'll find it for free to stream, and it's worth your time, at least one for one watch, if you're into horror movies. If you're not, then this is going to probably bore you to death. And unlike the Saw movies, there's no torture. It's just a guy cuts people's limbs off or uses a nail gun or something and kills them, with pretty much tools. But it's in an interesting way without, feeling like overly gratuitous. And I say it's worth a watch. I didn't love the movie, but I didn't hate it like some films last year. Don't worry about my face. It's just Vaseline. I got a rash. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm glad you've been watching my videos over the past couple of days. I'm going to do another podcast hopefully this weekend. It's just been very busy and really, really stressful. But anyway, thanks for watching. Acknowledge me, and I'll see you guys in the next review some other time. See ya.